welcome to class. I'm Miss Faust. Today is day 2 of our reading of Sir Doyle's The Adventure of the Speckled Band. I hope you're enjoying the story so far. We're nearing the end. It is definitely a wonderful mystery, isn't it? Please remember the definition of mystery. Good. Now, my question for you is the following. Paper? Do you have some paper out? You do? Good job. What about a pen or pencil? So you can take some notes. You never know. You might pick up a tidbit here and there. Something that you might want to jot down. Keep it up here and on paper. Okay, good. We're on a roll, aren't we? So, one moment, please. Okay, it is now quieter. I can hear myself think. Yes, and you can hear me better. But that was nice music, wasn't it? Nice upbeat. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's get started. It's going to be a short lesson today. I know you're excited about that. Just going to go over a few things, a few items that are behind me on the board. Give you the assignment, and off you go. Okay, let's do it. So, we know the story, hopefully. Okay, remember, you will be writing an essay. Please don't hope to write an essay without actually having read the story. And I mean, read the story. Don't skim through it. Read it. It's going to help you to have actually read it. Okay, not just skimmed. So we have some main characters. Let's look at the main characters. What we have learned up to this point, wherever that point is. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of here and a little bit of there regarding these people. So we've got Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson. Now remember, that is his sidekick. Yes, indeed. We have Helen Stoner and Dr. Roylott. Grimes by Roylott. Yes, her stepfather. Okay, and she is one of 2 sisters. They're twins. Remember, Julia and Helen Stoner are sisters. We do know that Holmes is a detective who happens to live on Baker Street. So we can jump right down to setting. So we're talking about, at least in the beginning, about the apartment that he lives in on Baker Street. And Baker Street is so famous. Everyone knows. Who lives on Baker Street? Yes, Sherlock Holmes does. We all know that, don't we? Good. Okay. So, yes, a detective that lives on Baker Street. He likes to sit back, kick back in his chair, his easy chair, so to speak, and just think. Think out everything that he's heard, seen, maybe not heard, maybe not seen, and he puts everything together, all these little pieces. He's just brilliant. He seems to be able to ask all the important questions and then some. He's a sharp person, really sharp. We could say a sharp cookie, couldn't we? Okay. And then we've got Dr. Watson, who is so loyal to him, isn't he? Yes, indeed. They've been together for many years, the 2 men, working on cases together. And yes, Dr. Watson, don't forget, he is actually a medical person. So he, that degree is in medicine. Okay. So again, loyal. Does at times come up with some ideas, doesn't he? So we'll see. Okay. Now Helen Stoner is who? Yes, she is the person who comes with a case, with a mystery. And she's very stressed out, isn't she? And Sherlock Holmes knows right away, and even Watson is getting little ideas, is getting this feel something's not right in her life. So she comes to him with a story about her twin sister, Julia. Which means we can jump over to this question. What happened to Julia? Okay. They happen to live, and you may not be there yet at that point, because after all, this is a longer story. Again, not a novel, but it's a longer story. Okay, They happened to live at a place called Stoke Moran. It's old, rumbling estate. It's already falling apart. Part of the estate they can't even use. They're trying to renovate the parts that they're living in and the like. So it's just old. And it's a very desolate, it's just out there lonely for these two young sisters, Julia and Helen. Okay? But yes, what happened to Julia? And that's the question that Holmes has to address. What happened to her? From what he gathers from Helen, who is in distress, who's nervous, of course, meeting the famous sleuth, Holmes, and his sidekick, Dr. Watson. Oh, that's a mystery right there, huh? Who is that? That could make you nervous, couldn't it? And yes, he does gather from what she says that something dreadful happened to Julia. One minute she was alive, and the next morning she wasn't. And she had a scare during the night. And the next morning again, she was dead. So, but this didn't happen recently, did it? Okay. I'm looking at my version of the story here. It was 2 years ago that this happened. And she's still thinking about her sister's death. Okay? Still thinking about it. It is a mystery to her. Okay. Dr. Roylott is her stepfather. Okay? And he seems to be a little different. Yes, he lives in Stoke Moran. He takes them in. And he has some interesting guests there, doesn't he? Some wild animals. Cheetah, snakes, a baboon. And there are some gypsies that live out in the field, on his property, out in the field there. And he doesn't seem to mind it. He even goes and visits them. He seems very close to them. But he's smart. And as you get further into the story, you're going to find out he is definitely a very, very smart man. And of course, Holmes will go up against Dr. Roylott, won't he? Okay. And yes, he'll be able to help, along with Dr. Watson, be able to help Helen. Okay? Again, poor Julia. It's a mystery. Let's turn to our assignment. But before I do, if you happen to have a question regarding anything that you've read up to this point, please email me. Okay? Here is your assignment. It's a 2-part assignment. I need you to finish reading Doyle's story. Next class period, let me check my agenda to make sure that I'm on track here. Yes, next class period, I will be going over some highlights of the story, hopefully to help you understand it a little bit better. Especially if you have questions. Again, remember, it is a longer short story. I mean, it's not that, it's not like 60 pages. There's some short stories that can be really long, but it moves fast because it's such a mystery. Okay, I won't be able to go through it page by page by page. So again, I'll be picking the highlights, okay, sharing tidbits with you. Okay, so you've got to be done with the story. Besides that, again, I'm so sorry. Let me make sure about this. Okay, yes, indeedy. We will be getting the essay topic. We're at that point. Okay, so this is a definite. And in order to do this, yes, you have to have this. Then I want you to make sure you copy this. So pause it, the video if you need to, and copy this down because I want to see the questions, and then I want to see the answers, obviously. Why does the killer want to murder Helen? Who is the killer? How does the story fit the definition of mystery? Okay, again, I want to see the questions, so please have them written down and then followed by the answers. Why does the killer want to murder Helen? the sister that came to him? And who is that killer? And how does it fit that definition of mystery? How is Doyle's story a mystery? According to the definition that I shared with you. Okay? And this will be due today. Again, in order to do this, you need to finish reading. Please do not just skim the story. It is really actually a fast-moving story. If you love mysteries and you're familiar with Sherlock Holmes, you'll truly enjoy the story. Okay. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. Do not forget, it's due today, so send it on to me as soon as possible. Okay, have a great day. Till next time.